James left a sizable inheritance.
Look, I don't care what he left Angela. I don't want anything from him.
Left it to you. He came into the office and updated the will.
Mom, what do we get? Am I going back to school?
Yes, baby, you are. Look.
It's our first big break,
I just stole some trash.
which will help us take some human trash off the streets for good.
So if you've watched Power Book 2 Go Season 3, and you would have seen like this returning character of Junior Valdez. Now, frankly, I've completely forgot about this guy. And some of y'all's got some good odds in the comment section down below where I was like, wait a minute, this is Junior. And I'm like, Junior, who? And then I had to go back and I had to remember like, oh, wait a minute, yeah, this was Paz's son. And from what I remember, I think in the original Power, I think Paz had like, she was struggling with money from what I remember, and I think she couldn't send her son to school, and I think he was forced to drop out. I think that was the story. Somebody in the comment section down below let me know if that was the truth or if that was the case, because I think it was for his story or for their story. And then we know that when Angela died, and there was no money because she blew up her entire career for Ghost, so there was no money, and Ghost paid for the funeral, and then after when Ghost died, he left like some money for Paz. But it's crazy how many years have passed since then, because I'm like, wait a minute, wasn't her son like Junior still in school, like in high school? I'm like, when did he become a DEA agent so quickly? So I'm kind of hoping like maybe later on this gets furtherly explained, because we know that, yeah, he's with Blanca, so you would have to assume that Blanca reached out to Paz, or Paz reached out because she was so hurt and pissed off about, you know, losing her sister and everything that happened. So you would think that maybe Blanca, you know, maybe pull some strings to get Junior in quickly, and then on her side, because last week's episode we seen Junior disguising himself as a homeless man, and him and Tariq locking eyes. Now, mind you, Tariq and Junior never met. They never met, to my knowledge, in the original Power. They have never met. So this is going to be a very interesting take to see possibly a Junior. I wouldn't say maybe Junior versus Tariq. Because, I mean, yeah, he's working with Paz and all to bring down, like, Tariq and the Tejada family and everybody else that's working with them. But that's the thing. I think they might save the Junior versus anybody until, like, maybe Power Book Full Force. Because, frankly, it was Tommy the one to have killed his aunt Angela, so that story should really be saved for Tommy, and I don't think he should really have any sort of beef towards Tariq. I mean, yeah, he's working with the DEA to bring them all down, but I'm like, I wouldn't say he doesn't owe Tariq anything, because again, they never met. It was really Ghost, you know, because he was the one to have given out the big loan or the money that he gave over to like Paz, and I guess it was enough to send not only her son to school, but I guess to be like a special DEA agent, which is you can technically find the irony in this, because he kind of like set her family up greatly with all this money, but then they was like, okay, he Junior was like, all right, I'm gonna take this money and become a DEA agent and then I'm just gonna do the same thing that what Angela did, but just not with no remote romantic feelings involved. So that's the thing. I kind of want to see a Junior and Tariq like interaction. I really do. And I hope they do that, to be like, oh, what's his name? Junior Valdez. And then he goes on to explain who he is. I don't think, like I said, I don't think Junior owes Tariq anything. I don't think he would just blow up his entire career for Tariq. I don't think he would. Or help out Tariq in any... He could, but I don't think so, because it wouldn't make any sense, because it was like... It was really Ghost. It's not really Tariq. So I would say that when it comes down to like Junior and Tommy, like I said, I think they're going to probably save that story for them, because, again, Tommy was the one to have killed Angela, even though that bullet was meant for Ghost, but he was really, he did kill Angela. And then Paz, because when I thought about it, I was like, what can Paz actually do? Because I thought that maybe there was a possibility that Paz could still go go after Tommy after what he did. I mean, it's still possible, but now that her son is a DEA agent, it would make sense for that to happen, for Junior to like get revenge out and bring Tommy to justice rather than Paz do it. Because if Paz do it and she kills Tommy, then yeah, she would go to jail. But if you was to do it the correct way, then you would bring Tommy. You can't really bring him to justice for what he did because there's no proof. And that's the thing, because the two people who witnessed it are dead. Well, I mean, the one person who witnessed it is dead. So, and then you only have word of mouth of what Tasha told Paz, that Tommy was the one to have done it, but she wasn't there either. And again, the evidence is gone, so it would be hearsay and it would be a admissible thing. So, if you was to bring down Tommy, it would have to be something that he's doing in Chicago, and the whole he faked his death and he's really alive. So that story has to work, and I think in full force. I don't see it happening in Public 2 Ghost. I don't think so. I don't think it would really happen in like Public 2 Ghost. But who knows? I could be completely wrong, and Junior probably might return the one time maybe favor to be like, well, you know, your father did look out for me and he set me on this great path and all, so I guess I owe you one. It could happen, but again, I don't know. Because, I mean, like I said, they both they looked at each other, and it was like a glance, but they don't know each other. That's the best thing about it, because back in the original Power, Angela didn't know who James St. Patrick was. She didn't know that he was Ghost. That tidbit information got told to her by Holly. When Holly told Angela, like, oh, the man that you was, you know, in bed with is technically Ghost. She was the one that spilled the beans. She would have not known anything about James St. Patrick if it wasn't for Holly. And if it wasn't for Tommy telling her things about James St. Patrick and getting her involved, when James St. Patrick told him at the time, he was like, listen, don't be messing around with the employees. And that's how that whole ordeal came about. But it's funny because now it's going to be, I guess, Junior going after Tommy and essentially Tariq, rather than before where it was like a mixed bag, where it was Angela in love with James St. Patrick and she knew who he was, but she couldn't bring herself to bringing him to justice, only to the whole Greg Knox, and he had to break up with her because of Milan and feelings. It was really feelings that kind of complicated her career and her sense of judgment when it came down to doing her job. So instead of that, you have Junior with, again, there's no feelings, there's no complications. So what will be his role and all? So, man, like I said, I was just so surprising. I'm like, Junior, who? I'm like, what? But man, it's cool to see that he's with Blanca, and I guess he's gonna be doing something. But again, it's really shocking to know that this is Junior, because I'm like, I can't believe this. But let me know in the comment section down below on what do you think Junior's gonna like potentially be. Well, I'm sorry, what he's gonna do. Like, what is gonna be his choices? Like, obviously, I still think he's gonna go after Tommy. Like, once when they get the information that Tommy's alive and he's in Chicago, I think that's gonna be his main focus. Because again, like with Public 2 Ghosts wrapping up, well, we're only gonna have maybe two more episodes left. With everything that's gonna be wrapping up soon, I would like I said, I would like for them to maybe have some sort of interaction with each other. But again, it's like, I don't know. I want them to, but then again, I don't know, because his goal is to, be like his aunt and bring like drug dealers and people down, because he knew, so he wants to do the right thing. So it would be stupid for him to not do that. But again, who knows? He probably might owe Tariq a favor or not, and he's just going to continue to go down that path. Now, again, this would be interesting because instead of it being a complicated relationship with Angela and Ghost, there is no complications, and it's just strictly business, where he's going to go after Tariq as scheduled. He's going to go after him, and he would be like, listen, I'm not like my aunt. Unfortunately, I'm not like her, and there's no ties between us. There's history between the parents and aunts and family. There's history, but I don't think that history is going to complicate or get in the way of like drug business. I don't think so. It could, but I don't think so. And I think he doesn't want to end up like his aunt and end up dead somewhere. So that's why I said I don't really see that story happening. But with Tommy, oh, 100%. Yeah. He has to go after Tommy. He has to because Tommy ain't gonna. Yeah, he has to go after Tommy. Now, if he dies, I doubt he will die anytime soon. But if he does die, then that his future death would have to be somewhere in Chicago. Yeah. It has to be somewhere in Chicago. But then again, who knows? But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you all in the next one.